I'm sure this movie will blow your mind. There has never been a more hopeful sign than this one. The SEC and Ripple have finally come to an agreement. It's been years since something like this happened, and during that time, XRP has been getting stronger for a huge pump. Now, some experts say that the price of XRP Ripple coin could soon reach $10,000, 0 cents, which is pretty cool. Don't miss this video. Let's get right to the point. It looks like the case between Ripple Labs and the SEC is finally over for good. It had been going on for almost 4 years and had a lot of people worried about the market. The news quickly spread through the crypto community and became well known. Oscar Ramos wrote, XRP is about to blow up. Other people had things to say about it. A settlement letter from the SEC to Ripple is sent, while Jack the Ripper tweets, it's over, people. After years of following one of crypto's most public court cases, Ripple and the SEC sent a letter to Judge Annalisa Torres in the Southern District of New York. This letter was the start of the whole thing. In it, the writer asked the court to lift the ban that was put on Ripple and let the $125 million civil penalty that was originally ordered be paid. The statement said that $50 million, 0 cents would be, the SEC would get $75 million, 0 cents, and Ripple would get the rest. If the court agrees, both sides will ask for the case to be sent back from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. This will give Judge Torres a chance to officially accept the settlement, which is what many people who are following the case want. There is a lot more to this deal than just numbers. On a lawyer for Twitter, James Fellon, wrote, SEC has filed a settlement agreement letter, but it was crypto defense lawyer Fred Rispoli who noticed something small but important about the agreement. This got people's attention. Jorge Tenero, who was the chief legal counsel for the SEC and had been very important to the case, wasn't there. PA wrote, what's so great about it? How about this? On the Link settlement deal, Tenero isn't mentioned at all. To be fair, he's had a tough time keeping the IT room at the right temperature. You can't just leave that alone. People in the XRP community got the joke. A lack of Tenero could mean that the SEC is changing its mind about its goals and maybe even getting tired of a case that never gave it the regulatory precedent it wanted. The case, which happened in December 2020, said that Ripple was selling securities that weren't registered through its XRP token. It caused a lot of shock in the crypto market. Institutional investors thought XRP was dangerous for a long time and took it off of major US platforms. But Ripple wouldn't give up. Its CEO, Brad Gard, there is no doubt that Garlinghouse has always believed that the SEC's method of regulating by punishment is flawed. He's also promised to fight for more clear laws regarding digital assets. The company worked hard and made it through the storm. It also grew its business abroad and strengthened its partnerships. This latest payment is a big deal. If the court agrees to lift the injunction and let the planned payment structure go through, Ripple will be able to do business in the US without the legal cloud that has been over it for years. XRP would also be able to be listed again on big exchanges, which would bring in a lot of new investors, especially institutions that had stayed away before because they weren't sure about the more and more people don't like how tough the SEC is being because it could set a standard for how the US will enforce rules about digital assets in the future. Most people will see this move where the agency decided to pay part of the fine and give up most of the funds as a loss for regulators who wanted to have full control over crypto. This is the end of a case for people who own XRP and support Ripple. It also proves I'm right. After years of delistings, bad news, and not knowing what the future holds, it looks like it was worth it. Cases against Ripple aren't as likely to happen now as they used to be. One famous tweet said it all. It's over. It might sound like a bunch of talk to say that XRP is about to blow up, but this time it's true. There are good alarms going off in the crypto world right now from analysts, influential people, even lawyers who think something big is going to happen with XRP soon. A lot of people are calling it the start of a global earthquake, and I'm sure you're not ready for the price estimates and market shaking news that this could bring together. Someone even tweeted that, XRP would make a lot of people rich, which shows that people aren't just talking. It shows that people, are becoming more sure that XRP is about to make a huge financial jump that could be unlike anything we've seen before. But that's not all. Gold will be turned into units, which is another thing that will become more valuable. There's a bigger picture behind XRP than just a bridge currency. It's a backbone for the next part of the global financial system. If XRP is used to buy and sell tokenized real world assets like gold, its value could go up above and beyond trading for fun. It could become important. Sensei says that XRP is going to tokenize gold, which means it will play a bigger role in the banking system than gold itself. Even cautious buyers are starting to see simple but strong signs from Jack the Rippler, like XRP looks bullish. Keep adding fuel to the fire. These may sound like fancy words in a market that is driven by their tweets like XRP to 3,000 by Lord XRP that have gone viral, which make people think that anything is possible. Is it all a dream? Maybe. But in a market where meme-based tokens like Dogecoin used to go up by tens of thousands of percent, XRP's triple-digit rise seems less silly now that it has real-world uses and is connected to banks. Even more, Zephe said that more than $55 trillion, 0 cents worth of assets in the US are ready to be turned into tokens, and that Ripple is in a great position to lead this change. He says that XRP's value could rise from billions to trillions of dollars. A lot of people gasped at the end of what he said. XRP could reach $10,000, 0 cents because of this. We're not just talking about the moon, we're talking about Mars. This is where things get really interesting. The idea that XRP could hit $10,000, 0 cents